Alright guys, so today's a big day. It is Phone Farming Fridays. We do have a live stream that we'll be doing tonight, but I wanted to get you guys some interesting content before we started our live stream tonight. I want to talk to you today about the top 5 paid-to-download applications. This is my opinion for what are the best paid-to-download scenarios where you could come up with over $10 within a day if you put the right kind of work in. So we're going to go down this list. We're going to take a look at the top 2 applications which I feel like are really worth your time, the ones you would want to put the effort into, and then we'll just kind of slowly go downwards to the ones that I'm like, you could make some money out of that scenario, but it's going to take some time and effort for you to be able to earn out of that scenario. But the first 2 applications are definitely profitable apps. So let's just hop over to the screen of my phone. We'll take a look at them, guys, and let's put some money in your pocket this month. Alright, so we're going to start off right here at the top of this list and we're going to work our way down. We've got Giff Loop, Featurepoints, App Like, Free My Apps, and App Down. So I've got these ordered and what I feel like are the best applications as far as paid to download scenarios. These top 3 are easily going to be the ones that you're going to want to focus on. If you want to come up with a little bit of cash for your time, putting in the effort to downloading these applications, playing these games, because in a lot of cases you'll have to play these games. But let's go ahead and check out Giff Loop here because I feel like this app is a very, very decent application. There's quite a few reasons here. If you look here, it says PayPal, 300,000 coins. And that's the only single thing that I do not like about this app is the fact that they have this high amount here. But this high amount doesn't mean much whenever, if you look, let's come over to choose. But once again, this is a $15 PayPal payout. Redeem and buy whatever you want with PayPal. Now, they do have other options here. They have Amazon, they have Walmart. Those are 2 giant pluses right there. Especially if you're the type like me that likes to get these Amazon cash outs. That's really what I focus on because I like picking up products for myself. So if you come over here to the app scenarios, earn coins by testing out applications. So we'll come over here and we'll look here. We have Final Fantasy. And if you notice here, it's 112,000 for Final Fantasy, right? Now you've got Lords Mobile. 99,000 for Lords Mobile. Now, if you keep going down here, you'll notice that there are so many thousands of points that you can get in this scenario, and within like the first 3 applications, you can pretty much make it to a $300,000 amount so you could get that $15 PayPal cash out. So that's something to really be said with this application. You could put in just a little bit of your time here throughout the day, and then easily make it to a $15 PayPal cash out. So you really can't beat that. If you're actually having to do something manually here, I really think that that is fantastic. But beyond that, they have other ways that you can earn on this application. If you notice here, they do have videos. We're looking for videos that we can sit here and play back to back to back to come up with these points. Now, the one thing to say here is these are not passive, and you can only do so many of them a day. But still, it's a way to add to your points balance with this application and boost up your points and make it, say you're close to that $15 cash out that you want. You've already been through a $15 cash out and you've already played those profitable applications that are going to dish you out 112,000 points, and you still need to come up with some points here in this scenario. This would be the way to go about doing just that. But they have other opportunities that you can check out as well. But I wanted to show you guys very specifically that it could be very easy to make it to a $15 cash out amount here if you want to put 15 bucks in your pocket. So, but this is where we will move on. So next on the list, we do have Featurepoints, and I know everybody knows all about Featurepoints and what it's like. So Featurepoints, the pluses I can say here while we're loading up is whenever you go to cash out, they have Bitcoin. That's what I was going to say right off the bat. They just added Bitcoin as a cash out option, and not only did they add Bitcoin as a cash out option, you can see that you can cash out as low as $1 here. As low as $1 for Bitcoin. They have Amazon, they have PayPal. They have pretty much everything you would really want to sit here and mess around with. This is why overall, the first 2 applications, these are the 2 applications to really pay attention to. But let's do Bitcoin as an example and see how much it's going to cost to make it to Bitcoin. So 600 points for Bitcoin. Now let's close this out really quickly and let's go and check out the earn section, which I feel like this is, you know, this is where this application really does shine. The fact that it's a low amount of points. They keep it very simple here. And if you notice here, you've got your point scenario right there. Boom. Here's your coins right here. 132, 86, 74, 22, 78. That's pretty decent here. You know that you can make it to 600 fairly quickly. Now the thing is, with this application in comparison to the one that I showed you first, you're going to have to quickly go through and download apps back to back to back to back to back. So that is the one frustrating thing about this entire scenario. And they have some other opportunities as far as earnings on this application though, so that really should be said as well. But the fact that you'll have to download so many applications back to back to back, that is a drawback. Now, Giff Loop is kind of like that. After you've made it to that first cash out, you're going to be putting in more work. So what I would recommend you guys doing is going from Giff Loop, right? Go to Giff Loop and then switch over to Featurepoints and start getting your little Bitcoin cash outs here and there if you're a fan of cryptocurrencies, or get your PayPal cash outs here and there. Couldn't really hurt. This is something to do in your free time to come up with a little bit more money throughout the month. So moving away from Featurepoints, which once again, these two applications, those are the ones to check out. You could check out AppLike. So we actually talked about AppLike here recently. I did a review of AppLike, and I feel like it's an okay application. I told you guys that if I was paid out, I would let you guys know, and I did in the comments section, because some people were saying that they were never paid by this app, and I can understand why they would say that. There's a few pluses to this app. There's a few minuses. One, if you're not getting paid, which some people weren't, that really does suck, and it kind of gives this application a bad reputation. But I was paid. I was actually paid out for my cash out. Now, the one thing I want to point out here is you can see they do have low cash out amounts, which, guys, this is just me shooting it to you very straight here. You're going to have to really work with this application to get it to earn. So you're going to have to download these apps, and maybe a lot of people would disagree with me. You download the applications. Once you get them downloaded, all you do is leave that application up with this application running in the background, of course. And once you have left it up like that, you can sit here and mess around with the game a little bit, but eventually it starts accumulating these points, right? And then after so much time, you'll get more and more points. And then eventually it will go down, though. That's the one thing to be said here, is you might be earning a decent amount of points at first, but the longer that you leave the application open, the less points that you receive. So it's set up to kind of, it's almost like it bleeds you. So you can get a cash out of this application, in my opinion, if you go about it the right way and you actually try and mess around with the apps a little bit. You know, just mess around with the apps that you download and then leave them active. But it's going to take a lot of effort. So we're just going to leave that at that. And I want to kind of get in depth very quickly here with the last two. So we've got Free My Apps, right, which is really not that bad of an application. The one thing to be said here with Free My Apps, though, is if you notice here, as far as their redeem section goes, it's kind of high, isn't it? If you see the high cash outs that you have to make it to. Also, the only thing you would really want to mess around with is Best Buy, right? So it kind of that's a major flaw with this application. High cash out amounts. I don't 100% recommend it overall, but I do know that you can get paid out of this application. It's a legitimate paying application, and that's why we're just going to briefly mention a few things here and move on. So you've got your redeem section, you've got your gifts, and then you have play, you have offers. No offers available right now, but you do have the application section. And if you notice here, 200, it's going to take you a minute to make it to a cash out, is what I'm saying. You're really going to have to sit here and work with this application. And you'll have to wait for more of these apps to pop up. It will take time for more apps to kind of refresh into your app itself. So that's one thing to be said. It's a slow earner. So moving on from Free My Apps, and then finally we have App Down. And guys, this is one that I would say overall, you really don't even want to get involved with this application. And here's why. If you notice, while you're browsing around here and you're doing different things on this app, though they do have these low cash out amounts, maybe I would consider doing this because you could maybe make it to a cash out a little more quickly than the application we just talked about. But But still, when you're browsing around on this application, and this is one thing I cannot stand out of a company, when you open the app, you get an ad. If you go from one area to another area, eventually you get an ad. And that means that they are making money off of you. While you're using this application, they are making money off of you, and you're not getting anything out of that scenario. And that is a giant insult. It's an insult to people that are trying to make money this way, and I really want to stress that. It is an insult to do that to people. So that is why this gets the final last mention here. I do know that they pay out. There's been plenty of reported payouts here, so that's one thing to be said. But overall, I would say stay away from this app 100% because they're geared towards making money out of you and not so much as far as paying you and paying you well. So that pretty much covers everything for our pay to download scenario. I know that if you follow this advice, you will make some money in this scenario if you put the time and effort in. And that is what we do here on my channel. We break down applications and websites to try and help you guys to make money. Not only that, we talk about how you could build your own website or application to make money this way. So that's one thing that's going to happen here eventually. Whenever I do launch my app, you know I have my website. We talked about how you could build a Get Paid To website. We break this information down for how you can do this for yourself. And I've pretty much showed every step of the way how I've done it for myself. But guys, I believe that's everything. I hope this information helps you out, and I will see you in the next video. That's right, you've been looking for easy ways to make money online. And from here, guys, you can check out some more of my content on my YouTube channel via the links on either side of me, or you can head over to my website and start making money immediately with my website and learning more ways to make money online. And guys, as always, like, comment, and subscribe.